What's up, YouTube fam? Today I'm bringing you 4K 60 FPS gameplay. Who's gonna be able to watch this? Anyway, I'm bringing you 4K 60 FPS gameplay of Star Wars Battlefront, and it looks ridiculously good. If you're part of our YouTube family, you know I've wanted to make a video like this for a while. A video that is just about the insane graphics of this game. And I figured, what better place to start than with my favorite DLC for Star Wars Battlefront, based off of my favorite Star Wars movie, A New Hope. And for me, this DLC really delivers. We got gorgeous space battles, the best looking space battles I've ever seen, aside from Star Citizen, the interior of the Death Star, and the Trench Run. And all of those things in one single game mode, regardless. The beauty that you're seeing is all in-game settings cranked up to maximum, even TAA, and native 4K 60 FPS resolution is what we're recording at and playing at. And I'm playing with the HUD off for the entire video. And most of the video, like 90%, is in first person. Just a few choice clips, like the Falcon taking out TIE fighters left and right around this Star Destroyer, that is in third person, but most of it is in immersive first person, and it looks really, really good. But don't play with the HUD. I would say this is the most chaotic DLC, even more so than the Outer Rim. The cramped hallways, I don't know, it makes it super intense when you try to go after objectives. Also, I really like the fact that the horizon of the Death Star actually has a curve when you're over the Trench Run, because this is a giant planet-sized super weapon. It's not just a flat plane. It's subtle, but it's there. I also appreciate all the various ships in the space battle. You have some rebel ships, obviously, Imperial ships, but also, what's Admiral Akbar's race? Oh god, can I think of it? Can I think of it? Admiral Akbar is a fish. No, he is a... Oh god, million comments by now already tell me what it is. Oh, what is it? Mon Calamari! You got Mon Calamari ships firing on the Star Destroyers. It's a nice touch.
Another exposed subsystem. Let's take this destroyer down.
I'm hit bad!
Eventually, all maps should be in skirmish depending on the game mode. I want nothing more than to be able to sit on my couch in front of my projector playing on a 120-inch screen the events of A New Hope. The Death Star Trench Run, the interior of the Death Star, that is what I want. Obviously, playing with the HUD off, with a controller on the PC version of Battlefront is not necessarily a good idea unless you're playing with bots, so fingers crossed that that comes sometime soon. I love the greebling, by the way, for the Trench Run. It's seriously impressive, but you don't just have greebling in detail in every nook and cranny of the Trench Run, you also have it on Imperial Star. Okay, this is gonna sound a little fanboy, but it is so cool seeing Darth Vader and Palpatine scurrying across the Death Star, killing Rebel forces. I just wish that we had Ben Kenobi in this DLC. If nothing else, when you're playing in Luke's Red 5 X-Wing doing the Trench Run, if you're at the last home run stretch of the Trench Run, I want Ben Kenobi to talk to Luke and say is like, "Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke." I think that would be great.
Behind you. The fighters making their attack run have been neutralized. Very good. Maintain pursuit. I'm hit. Rebel power coming from behind.
Something else you've probably been noticing are the B-Wings and TIE Bombers and TIE Defenders and Y-Wings that are flying around the map. No, you can't fly in them. They tried to make it happen, but development is difficult. Game development is not easy, and making pilotable ships and balance them with all the others is extremely difficult. Anyway, they were able to put them in the game, thankfully, as pickups. So when you're flying around the various maps of the Death Star DLC, you can find B-Wing, Y-Wing, TIE Defender, and TIE Bomber pickups that will follow you around. You'll have a couple TIE Wings. TIE Wings. Maybe in episode 8. Anyway, you'll have a couple TIE Bombers, for example, following you around. shooting enemies that come into your proximity. And they're actually pretty good. They're not useless whatsoever. They will probably take down 1 or 2 fighters at least when you get one of those pickups. And I think that's great. I do not think that they need to be nerfed.
Shields are down and the rebels are going after the destroyer's exposed sub.
The Millennium Falcon and Boba Fett are no longer the only heroes in aerial combat. You now have the TIE Advanced X-1 and Luke Skywalker's Red 5 X-Wing that you can fight as. But I think that they're only available in the Death Star DLC. I don't think that they're available to play as in any of the other Fighter Squadron maps, which I guess makes sense, especially for Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, because you don't see Darth Vader's TIE Advanced anywhere except for the Death Star. And Luke Skywalker doesn't really fight in his Red 5